Hello YouTubers, Failure and welcome to the 19th stage of this year's the Tour de France, the Failure Way. The 19th stage takes us from Montgomery to Mergera, and I totally butchered that name, but I'm not a Frenchman, so I'm allowed to do it, right? Wink at you guys. Today's stage is gonna be a rest day. I mean, it's basically 200 kilometers of just flat terrain. I don't see any of the GC guys going for today's stage because it's flat. Like, we're gonna see John Degenkolb going for this because Marcel Kittel is out. It's his chance to win a stage. We're gonna see Cavendish go at it, and we're gonna see Greipel and Sagan going at it. But Kittel is out, which is a shame for the race, but his lieutenant John Degenkolb is just as good as Kittel is. But back to the remark I made before. I said this stage was gonna be a rest day, and the reason I believe this is there's not that much of a wind. Like, we're not gonna make echelons here. I highly doubt we're gonna see echelons in today's stage. And there is a hill with 10 kilometers to go, but there's not a single orange part of the climb. It means there's no part of the climb that's over 5%. So I don't think it's gonna matter that much. And I think we'll have like 160 people go towards the end together. And I think we'll see Cavendish win yet another stage. But hell, I could be wrong. What do you guys think? I want to hear before you watch the stage. Let me hear who you think is gonna win the stage in the comments section. Make sure you do it before the stage is over, or at least do it right now before I actually run the stage, because then you'll know what's gonna happen. I haven't even done the stage yet. Welcome to the first live images of the 19th stage of this year's the Tour de France, the Failure Way. Chris Froome gave the start to what seemed to be a very relaxing and flat day. Soon after he gave the start, Simon Clark and Steph Clement kicked off a breakaway. In that final breakaway would be Ben Gestauer, Steph Clement, Simon Clark, and Arnaud Chanasson. They came up to the first and only category 4 of the day, where Steph Clement took 1 point without even trying. Funny enough, we saw Tinkoff Saxo Bank not being happy about them not having the yellow jersey, so they decided to go to the front and try to set the pace. The winds were up to 50 today. It's a very exciting day. It's a very, very high pace from Tinkoff Saxo Bank. They came out to the first and only intermediate sprint of the day, where Peter Sagan won the bunch sprint in front of Degenkolb and Cavendish. And we're now back into live images, and once again we see Tinkoff Saxo Bank getting to the front. They really want to try to do something at today's stage. They realize that this is the last chance they have on beating Christopher Froome. I mean, we all foresee that Alberto Contador is going to lose valuable time on the time trial tomorrow. So therefore, we see Tinkoff Saxo Bank trying to get some time in today's stage, and so far it's not been working. And the wind gone from 50 to 36 now, so it's not working in their favor. But we're taking a look at the map. Currently, it's a really tough side wind. So if you're not well positioned, you're not going to do anything the rest of the stage. You can see the arrow down here is pointing this way. It's coming straight on the riders, so you better be well positioned. Otherwise, you're going to be hurting. So before we go to a commercial break, we'll just see how this pans out with the riders pacing in the front. Currently, it is Vasil Kirienka setting the pace in the front. He's not allowing the Tinkoff Saxo Bank train to set the pace in the front. At least that's what it looks like from my point of view. He's not allowing them, but now he goes away from the front, and here the pace is now being set. Tinkoff Saxo Bank are using all their efforts and all their energy to one final push. They might be setting something up for Alberto Contador in the end of the stage. There is a small uncharacterized climb towards the final 20 kilometers of today's stage. It could be a launching board for Alberto Contador and Nicolas Roche. We've seen it before, but I highly doubt it's going to be very effective because it's not categorized, and it's not categorized for a reason. It's not very tough, and it's going to be very tough, but it looks like Tinkoff Saxo Bank and Cannondale are now working together to set a very high pace in the front, and it is working. And now, what are they called? Cannondale is setting a very high pace in the front, and it's just working. Just look at how these guys, everyone is struggling to stay near the front. They're setting a very high pace. They realize that the breakaway could win, but I think what Sagan is doing, he's trying to drop Kevin, he's trying to drop Degenkolb, trying to drop Greipel. They just want to go alone to the finish line. We see Sean Marino setting a nice pace with Corin DiMarchi and Mercado. The Cannondale is doing a really nice job here for Tinkoff Saxo Bank because they're pacing, like, instead of Tinkoff Saxo Bank needing to pace, now Cannondale is setting the pace. But it looks like we'll get tailwind instead of side wind here, so that will stop all dreams that Tinkoff Saxo Bank would have of echelons, because that's basically gone now, because on tailwinds it's basically impossible to create echelons because you just get driven away. Like, you just don't even have to use any efforts whatsoever to follow the breakaway. So echelons not gonna happen in this stage. Let's go to a commercial break.
Hey guys, Hansball here. Hey guys, it's Hansball here. Hey guys, it's Hansball. Hey guys, it's Hansball. Guys, it's Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys, it's Hansball here.
Welcome back from the commercial break. We're within the final 24 kilometers of today's stage, and it does look like the breakaway is gonna get caught. But it seems like Simon Clark is setting a really high pace. He's not ready to give up quite yet, but with 1 minute down to the peloton and 20 kilometers to go, and Tony Martin is now moving to the front, it's not looking good if you're in the breakaway. But I spoke before about not seeing echelons. Look at this. Bunch of people are getting dropped one by one, and it looks like we're gonna have like 50 guys finishing in the front group in today's stage. The pace is really high, and some riders are not gonna like this, and the high pace from Team of Saxo Bank have left Alberto Contador completely isolated. They tried doing something to Christopher Froome, it did not work out now, and now we have to see Alberto Contador sit all by himself trying to find the right wheel and stay out of trouble. Tony Martin has gone to the front. Nobody's gonna like this. Tony Martin is a machine, and he's gonna try to set the pace, and here we are on the final launch pad of the day. We're not gonna see Alberto Contador try to do anything. He realizes that the pace is just too high, and he can't go anywhere. Oh, actually, Christopher Froome has gone to the front now. Christopher Froome is going to the front now with Kwiatkowski. They're trying to set the pace. Alberto Contador is not a big fan of flat roads, and he's actually getting dropped somewhat. What a big surprise. He went from a very well position to going back now. The guy wearing the polka dot jersey, Alberto Contador, also second in the GC in difficulties. We could see all the secondary sprinters do something on today's stage. I mean, Sagan is probably one of the secondary sprinters that should be favored to win today's stage, at least if he's in form. But just look at all these guys up here, and now we have a 64-man peloton, and as I said, the peloton is completely breaking up. Just look at this. Some riders are not able to follow, and just look at here we have Sagan, Degenkolb, Cavendish. They're coming from the left side. Let's keep an eye on these guys. They're all isolated. They have no teammates up here, and they have to try to do something in the final kilometers. Contador is sitting nicely on Sagan's wheel. He's just trying to be let out, but Froome is setting the pace in the front. Froome and Kwiatkowski are setting the pace in the front. They're trying to do something. Could Froome want to win today's stage? That would just be really unrealistic and just incredible if Christopher Froome could win today's stage. But now the pace has been slowed down. It looks like everyone has stopped pacing towards the front. Everyone just realizes to slow down. But here goes Alberto Contador. Alberto Contador is attacked with 4 kilometers to go. He's gonna try to do something with 3 kilometers to go. He's got 20 seconds. Alberto Contador with 3 kilometers to go. And now Froome is counter-attacking. We're gonna have a GC battle on the 19th stage of the Tour de France. It is Froome versus Contador. Who is gonna be the strongest in today's stage? They're now side by side. Now 50 seconds on the peloton. What's going on? It was a flat stage. We all thought it was over after the Honda Cam, but no, look at this. Alberto Contador and Christopher Froome going up against each other. Contador trying to go away. Is Alberto Contador going to take another stage win? But Froome is now starting to sprint. Alberto Contador is completely dead. He can't do anything, but he does not look like he has the ability to follow Froome, and Christopher Froome is going to take a flat stage win. Who would have expected this? And they're taking plenty of time on the peloton. Christopher Froome takes another stage win, and on this stage, the pace was too high today, and apparently that final springboard really made a difference. Alberto Contador tried to do something, but he just didn't have the powers to do it, and Christopher Froome, well-deserved winner of today's stage, and worked out in his favor. I can't believe this. Christopher Froome, with another stage victory, is now 3 for Froome and 2 for Contador, I believe. But, I gotta say, we all thought this was going to be a sprint stage. I didn't really think that final climb was going to do anything, but Team of Saxo Bank set their work. They tried to do something. It didn't work out. Christopher Froome was a stronger man today. Let's bring back the replay feature for today's stage. This is right where the tempo gets slowed down. Nobody's willing to pace, and Alberto Contador makes his move. He sees his cut, and he goes for it. He finds an open hole between Nibali and Bassini, and he's going for it. Let's look behind him. Nobody's reacting. They're all slowing down, and Alberto Contador is going all out, trying to just go for the stage win. But he's being followed up by Christopher Froome. He's marking every move he does, and he catches up pretty soon. Alberto Contador does not like flat roads, but we all know that Christopher Froome is a brilliant mastermind on flat roads. He is one of the best time trials in the world, and he's shown today that you just can't take him for granted. Alberto Contador could not shake off Christopher Froome, and Christopher Froome takes another very surprising stage win, but not undeserved. Very well deserved for Christopher Froome. Alberto Contador played his cards, just weren't strong enough on the day. Christopher Froome pretty much putting the nail in the coffin of the yellow jersey here. I mean, tomorrow the scene is set. Alberto Contador is going to try to take 19 seconds on Froome, but it's going to be very unlikely that's going to happen. And if Froome wasn't awake today, Contador maybe could have done something tomorrow if he had taken like 30 seconds today. But Froome was awake, and that's going to make the final decision. Best of luck to Alberto Contador. We're all cheering for Alberto Contador because we're all Tinkoff fans, but How in the name of the god is he gonna take 19 seconds on Froome, who is the predetermined favorite for the time trial before the tour even started? The odds are against him, but that's when the Contador excels, like exceeds. He exceeds when the odds are against him. And let me just say, the odds of Contador winning that stage is like, or at least taking 19 seconds on Froome is like 300 to 1. So go put your bet, go bet now, and best of luck getting that one. Peter Sagan secured his green jersey by surviving today's stage. Alberto Contador still in the polka dot jersey, and he's going to be keeping that to the Champs-Élysées. He's going to be wearing that tomorrow on the time trial, where he's going to try to beat Froome, but it looks like Mission Impossible number 4. I guess Tom Cruise could like like Tom Cruise is known for going to the tour. I mean, Tom Cruise could maybe show up and be like do. No, is that a wrong theme? I don't even know. Mikhail Kwiatkowski in the white jersey. He's got 12 minutes down to Thibaut Pinot. Looks like he's got that one in the back without much trouble. Good job. And also out of these 3 guys, I'd say Kwiatkowski is the best time trialer. So he's most likely going to win this with like 14 to 15 minutes down to Pinot. So very exciting to see that. Team Sky extended the lead in the overall team classification. And Tinkoff Saxo Bank is now still in 3rd place. Aston S in 2nd place. But tomorrow, it's going to be close. It's going to be Tony Martin versus Froome for the stage win. But for the yellow jersey, I am very optimistic of Alberto Contador's chances, but we never know. Like, Christopher Froome could legitimately crash. He could crash on the Champs-Élysées, and we could see Tinkoff Saxo Bank being very unsportsmanlike and pace 99%. But who knows? Anything can happen in this sport we all love called cycling. Let's see you in the in the interview or in the studio. Post analysis in the studio. If somebody would have told me that Christopher Froome and Alberto Contador would go head to head on a stage like this after yesterday's Hottercam battle, I would have said, you gotta be kidding me. But you weren't kidding me. Alberto Contador and Christopher Froome battling on a flat stage with like no wind. There wasn't that much wind in the end, and the final climb really made a difference. We only saw 60 people coming to the end together, and Christopher Froome and Alberto Contador were the only 2 people really to make their mark towards the end. We managed to catch Bjarne Riis, the sports director of Alberto Contador's Tinkoff Saxo Bank. We wanted to hear what they had to say about today's stage, because it seemed like it was something that was planned from the morning. Yeah, we really tried our best today, and it didn't really work out for us. I mean, we put all the guys out pacing. I mean, we put Micah up to pacing. We put out Daniel Benatti. We tried to do the pacing in the peloton, but the wind wasn't really in our favor. And I mean, Alberto Contador getting 2nd in the stage. We weren't going for the stage win. We were going for the yellow jersey, but we didn't get the yellow jersey. So there's nothing we can do. Yeah. Well, maybe the time trial, Alberto Contador, he's been feeling good, and you never know what's gonna happen. We might see some technical difficulties for Christopher Froome, but Alberto Contador might not have a chance in many of your opinions, but in my heart, Alberto will be number 1. Bjarne Riis sounded like his usual self. He's very, I want to say he's like not that confident. Like every time Bjarne Riis talks, you feel like just taking a knife and feel like doing this. Like you feel like just doing this or like this. Every time he talks, you just want to slide another piece of your wrist off. That's how I feel when Bjarne Riis talks. But the man is talented and he's a great sports director. Keep doing what you're doing. But I mean, tomorrow's stage is going to be the time trial. It's going to be a rather long time trial that will suit Christopher Froome more than it will suit Alberto Contador. And with a 20-second gap down to Contador, I doubt Contador's even going to, I doubt Contador is going to take any time on Froome whatsoever. The scenario that's more likely is Christopher Froome taking like a minute or 2 on Alberto Contador, and that would really put the final nail into the coffin. And if that does happen, I mean, we had one hell of a tour. We had Nibali in the jersey, we had Froome in the jersey, we had Contador in the jersey. Everybody's been in the jersey. It's been a very cool Tour de France, and no matter what happens tomorrow, this is one of the best Tour de France affiliates ever. Okay, so I wanted to hear, was your prediction correct? Did you predict the right guy to win the stage? In case you did, good job on you. But, see you guys later.